Nothing crazy.
Nothing wild.
Wouldn't be anything weird, but just...
Nothing weird for me.
Howdy, bitch.
Hey there.
How you doing?
How's it going? Welcome to Coming Up for Air, an introspective podcast where hopefully we have a video the whole time.
Yeah, hopefully, bro.
I'm your co-host, Jaxon.
I'm your co-host, Brendan.
And today we are talking about double standards.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about this before, but...
We've talked about more gender roles than just double standards.
Yeah. They kind of fall hand in hand, but I don't know. I just keep seeing a bunch of clips of like podcasts of like basically just dudes and women kind of just going at it.
Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about that. But before we hit that, we're gonna check in.
You're
Brendan.
Yeah, bro. I wanted to talk about the sad ass story of the boy Ja Morant, who basically just kind of threw away his whole basketball career. Basically, a clip went viral of him throwing buco money in this strip club, right? Which,
How much is buco?
like, probably a couple $100,000.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Like, bro,
That's a lot of bread.
bro. Like when he showed, like, when the strip club showed the picture and it went viral, bro. He's got his big booty bitch on a handstand, legs up like this, bro, dancing, and the room is probably as big as like from like half the table to this wall, right? And it's just them two in this bitch, bro. There's money all over the floor, bro.
It's like a 12 foot by 12 foot.
Bro, like everywhere, bro. Like it's flooded with money, bro. And everyone's like, yo, this motherfucker is throwing people's house money on the floor, right? That was one. Right? Not a big deal, right? So we kind of know that, celebrities throw crazy money. Drake talks about how much fucking, money he be throwing at like strippers and, shit like that. Yeah, it's normal, right? Then there's another clip where he's in the club and he kind of like hangs.
So I went to the club.
He kind of hangs like this, and it's like this. It's a handgun, right? You're an NBA star. One, you're an idiot. Two, this gun is about the size of the emoji, the pew pew gun, the water gun in fucking Apple, right? This gun is about probably the size of my hand, right? Most people who flex some shit, right? This shit gonna be like a big ass AR, like a Glock with a drum or some shit like that. Like, bro, this man really. There was some random dude who went viral for sending Ja Morant like a video message, or not a video, like an audio message, and DM'd him. He said, bro, how the fuck you gonna get caught up with a pea shooter, bro? He was like, if anything, like you gonna get caught up, like, bro, show some fucking meat, bro. Like, show a big ass gun, bro. Ain't nobody scared of that, bro. Like, they gonna walk up and think you had a fucking BB gun, bro. Like, go, like, at least get caught up for something that's like respectable. You know what I mean? Like, This man really threw away his whole life because, like.
So is he out of the NBA?
They basically suspended him, and then not only did they suspend, I don't know if he quit, or I don't know if they've like have talked about like just him not playing right now, but he was basically like he was about to be all NBA. He's one of the league's future, if not current, like young superstars. He's probably gonna be a future MVP. He jumps out the fucking gym. He's like if Russ Westbrook fucking had. We're basically watching another Russ Westbrook in his prime, and I don't know if you watch basketball.
No,
but Russell Westbrook in his prime averaged in a season a triple double. Craziest shit we've ever seen.
What's a triple double?
Basically, where you get 10 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists in one game. It's fucking nuts.
What classifies as an assist?
Basically passing to somebody and them scoring.
Okay.
Right, because you're assisting them to score, right? Rebound, grab the ball. Yeah,
I know what rebound.
Yeah.
That one I got.
This man was dropping like 20 to 30 points while doing that shit. Like that, it's fucking bonker numbers, right? This man, Ja Morant, is not only was Russ doing this, but he was jumping out the gym and putting his nuts down people's throats. Like, it was stupid, bro. This man, Ja Morant, tries to end people's careers. The amount of times that he's put his nuts down somebody's fucking throat and try to throw the ball as hard as he can in the goddamn rim just to posterize somebody is nuts. I'm surprised he hasn't blown his fucking knee out by now. But this dude is literally like built-in superstar. Got spring for legs. He's a great player. His story of how he came up like through the March Madness and like he didn't come from a big college. He's always had to like grind and hustle for his shit.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, you know, Shannon Sharp said it like, all right, bro, even if you are hood, even if you are like, you know, this like macho man from the hood, made it out the hood, bro, like when you make it out the hood, you make it out the hood for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, why are you trying to go back?
I heard somebody talk about this at my work.
Swear.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
How long ago this happened?
Like, it was very recent.
Like a couple days?
Maybe like a week or two.
Week? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I heard somebody talking about this because they were talking about the same thing of like, if you make it out of the hood, why are you trying to like...
Yeah, why are you trying to go back?
Yeah.
Essentially. You know what I mean? Because not only did it cost him his NBA career, right? I'm sure he's made money if he knows how to invest it, right? But if he's taking care of a bunch of people, eventually that money's going to run out. They don't got money like that. They're all fucking leeching off you. You know what I mean? And if he would have made All NBA, his salary would have went from like 190 something to like 230 mil. Like he missed out on like $40 million.
Yeah.
Because he decided to get caught up with a gun and be in a strip club throwing buco money.
I don't think... Is the strip club part a problem or is it just the gun?
My thing is like, it's not really a problem if you're at a strip club, but like, bro, like you got enough money to have strippers come to your house, bro. Like,
yeah, well, no, I only asked because of the fact that it got suspended. I assume it's the gun that's the
yeah,
problem.
yeah, it was the whole like gun charge and like, you know, acting like
so he got in trouble. He got a charge.
Oh no, I guess he didn't get a charge. I shouldn't say gun charge. It was just the fact that he posted and got caught on social media being posted with a handgun. And it's because he plays for Memphis, and Memphis is known for being like a real South like hood shit. Like if you listen to Key Glock and fucking NLE Choppa and who else, bro? Moneybag Yo. There's a whole bunch of... I don't want to say any names because I don't want to disrespect them for saying a wrong rap name, but those are the ones that I know for sure from Memphis, or at least rep Memphis, and like they're always talking about like some real like pew pew pow pow shit. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I get it, but also at the same time, like bro, you made it out. You know what I mean? Like you're good, like forever. Like you're solid. I don't get it.
I don't know, man.
It blows my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I mean, shit. I'm not in his mind. I'm not in his shoes. Like, no, I can. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can only judge from the outside, but like, just the fact of like your mindset, like, you're one of the better top tier NBA players in the league. You have your future whole ahead of you. You're literally like a face of the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, people know who you are when you walk around and shit like that. Like, it just, I don't know. There's so many things that go into it that I'm just like, why? You know?
Yeah.
Makes no sense. If you want some big booty bitches to come to your house, like, just pay for them and they'll come dance at your crib. You know what I mean? You could throw all that money. Probably take some of it back.
You got the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. And then fucking be about your business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it, bro. It blows my mind. I don't know if he's gonna play basketball again. I hope he does, bro, because that dude's he's a generational talent. Like, he's just diffy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't imagine that they let somebody, that if he's as good as you're saying he is, I can't imagine that they let somebody like that go just because, he flashed a
I don't know, bro.
shooter.
The NBA do some real petty ass shit, and especially with the way he's getting like shit on by everybody right now, and like the way they're treating it, like they basically are treating him like he fucking shot and killed somebody. You know what I mean? Like, they are, in my opinion, making an example out of him. Yes, it was a stupid decision, but you also know how like the NBA reacts, and you know how everyone's gonna react to that. Like in social media today, like you have to know that like, one, you're a public figure. Two, everything you do is seen, heard, videotaped. Like, it doesn't fucking matter, bro. You know what I mean? Like
I guess it's hard because I feel like basketball, at least in my eyes, as somebody who's not really in, and maybe it's just where we live and the fact that our team has been on a come up in the recent years, but I feel like basketball has made a real like comeback in popularity recently. In the past couple of years, I feel like it's really popped off, and so I wonder if that's it. Is that they know that they're kind of now
my boy.
not only responsible for the fact that like it is a group of people that are being raised on basketball now again.
Yeah, and I mean, ever since like I don't know, a lot of people watched basketball when the Heat were playing, and then I think people really started tuning in when like Steph and them went on there, like Pete, and when LeBron won for the Cavs and came back 3-1, like people were really tuned into that shit. But yeah, like there's so much money in the NBA. Like and he was just about to have a Powerade commercial come out, canceled.
Do you hear what's going on with the WNBA?
There's always something going on with the WNBA because they treat them like dog shit.
Yeah, they apparently might drop the hoop height.
So they can start dunking?
Yeah.
That's lit.
So it's not at the same height.
Yeah, I think that would be
But
fire.
I guess some people are pissed about it because they're like, that's, yeah, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, I get both ends to it. Like,
I don't.
Like, okay, so I can see like, oh, maybe, you know, they think that women can't shoot.
Okay,
blah, blah, blah.
But that's my thing. Is dunking inherently is one of the most exciting things in basketball.
But yeah, that was gonna be my argument. It's entertaining.
Usually, the average woman height, I think in America is like 5'5", 5'6".
Yeah.
So you're taking a very small percentage of women who are above that average and around 6 foot, and then you're cutting that smaller percentage down by the people who can dunk. I think there's like 3 or 5 women in the current NBA roster,
if that
WNBA roster who can dunk. And it's like, if you just kick it down like a foot.
Yeah, and because like I don't care how you fucking view this statement, bro, but sports in general is based off of people watching, is based off of viewership and entertainment. Money. People want to see entertaining shit. And as shitty as this is to say, it is more entertaining to watch people jump in the air and do some extravagant fucking shit with the basketball than it is to watch people do layups for fucking hour and a half.
Let me tell you though, women's softball is one of the most entertaining things to watch.
They go crazy. College softball?
Yeah.
That
college
shit is fucking
and then women's
bonkers.
Soccer, insane.
Yeah.
Some of the most fun sports to watch.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. But some people need to swallow this whole fucking pill and understand, like, yes, I understand where you're coming from. Like, okay, when we had the NCAA tournament, March Madness, right? The women's March Madness workout gym facility, like their workout was literally just a couple stacks of dumbbells and plates. While the men had full on, like, brand new state-of-the-art equipment because the men brought more money in.
Dude, college sports are so much more entertaining than professional sports.
Absolutely, whole 110. But I'll tell you what, people saw that, made calls, and made sure that the women got an equal part because it is college. Collegiate athletes weren't making money at the time. They didn't have their NIL. Oh, excuse me.
Welcome to Sportscast.
Yeah, for real. And so obviously they got their equipment and stuff like that, and so I feel like obviously at the collegiate level, like there should be equal amount of funding. Obviously, if they're gonna spend more money, where more money comes in, yada yada, this and that.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand. Like, as much as your butt hurt about something,
the business side of it exists,
and the business side doesn't give a fuck about how you feel, like at all.
Yeah.
In every business, in every aspect, business does not care about emotion.
Well, I think that people need to also understand that, like, if you don't take into account the business side of it, you're not going to get it at all. Would you rather have something that panders a little bit more or something and is not exactly what you want it to be, or just not have the thing at all, period?
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, the women's team who continuously, like UConn, I'm sure was getting some good amount of fucking guap because they were just sitting there winning national tournaments after national tournaments. You know what I mean? So I'm sure they brought in a good crowd. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, I don't know, would you rather watch, like, And again, like in the most respectful way, like would you rather watch UConn win a national championship or Zion in Duke his first year, fucking doing 360s on the men his age, making them look like little boys?
I think I'd still watch female softball.
Oh yeah.
Women's softball.
Oh yeah, or like when USA Soccer went on their run, that shit was fucking bonkers, bro.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nuts. But yeah,
Anyway.
come at me if you want. We could talk about it. Yeah.
My check-in. So last episode was a pretty heavy episode. I had some people who reached out to me both privately and then like in some DMs and stuff. And we had a pretty good reception to it. But I did want to give an update. So last week we talked about illness and stuff, and we talked about why we were talking about it was that my mom's condition had gotten worse. From the time of that last episode being uploaded and to the day we're recording, which is a week from last recording, over the weekend, my mom lost her fight with breast cancer. It's a type of breast cancer that moves around. I don't remember the official name for it, to answer the question from last week. But she, they had told us that it was getting worse, which is when, and then we recorded that episode. And then it was like a 5-day period where it was just like, it's getting worse. I went and spoke to her. And the last time that I talked to her, where she was like conscious. And then it was like just rippled down. The next day they told us it was like she has 72 hours and hospice came in, like in-house hospice. And then it was a little over 24 hours after they told us 72 hours. And that was that. So it's been a rough couple days. And I'm lucky I have a really good support system. She had a lot of people who really loved and cared about her, and a lot of those people have grown up with me and have known me for a really long time, and so they treat me just like family. And you know, I have a lot of people who've been around, which has been nice. But life goes on, which is why we're here recording, because you know, can't slow down. But yeah, so fuck cancer, man. It's rough.
Indeed, fuck cancer. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Jaxon. Gotta be one of the strongest motherfuckers I know. Because I definitely would not be able to sit here and do the shit that you're doing. I love you a lot, dog. Give you a lot of props for being the person you are.
Love you too, man. But yeah, so if I'm a little bit more quiet than normal on this episode, it's just I'm letting Brendan do a lot more of the pushing through, but you know, I'm still here. I'm still trying to make the ha-has and the hee-hees and stuff. But yeah, if you got someone going through it, I hope that I hope they make it out the other side.
Shit, and if you got any advice for somebody, shit, might as well throw it. Even if it's not even just for him, bro, but you never know who ends up seeing something in the comments or something like that. They might be going through something. Just kind of, you know, give your 2 cents and, you know, peace and love in there. And you never know who it affects.
Oh, dude.
Love you, dog.
Love you too, man. You know what's the crazy part? Whenever I had to come home the night before because I didn't have my meds. And the last thing that I want is to be, you know, waiting for time to tick by and then to be ticking the whole time. And so I, you know, take my meds and everything and get up in the morning, and my dad was going to follow me out there so he could also, you know, say goodbye and everything. And so we go, and I try to grab food on the way out, and I'm getting Chick-fil-A because it's getting Chick-fil-A breakfast, and I was gonna be there by 10, and I was like, it's still early, and I need to eat. And I was grabbing my sister a drink, and then I just get my order done, and I'm scooting through the line, and the line's taking for fucking ever.
As it usually does.
But in the morning, normally it's dead.
I swear.
Yeah, in the morning, normally by me, it's no one, like 3 cars. Just unlucky, I guess. I get a phone call from my sister, and she's like, "Hey, are you almost here?" And I was like, no." She's like, "Okay, well, Mom just passed, so, Rachel, which is a person who's taking care of a lot of the service stuff, and my mom's friend, is gonna go get the hearse and get that all sorted. So, but we won't take her away until everybody's here and everybody's had a chance to say goodbye and stuff. So I get over there finally, and it's like a 25 to 30-minute drive there. So I get there, and it's all of the family is inside the house, and then all of the like familial friends, all of the gays are outside.
There's no way.
There's
no way.
All of my mom's friends are pretty much gay.
I did not expect
Yeah,
that.
well, all my mom's friends are pretty much lesbians.
Well, I know, but just the
It's a
way
congregation.
the way you delivered it.
Well, that's how you cope. Funny.
Man.
But I guess while I was inside saying bye to my mom, one of the family friends came in, and it's all the Mormons that are in the house, like all my lovely family. And so my mom's friend, who I call Bus, her name's Les, but I call her Bus. I don't remember why, but I have since I was a kid. She comes in and she goes, "I got the beers." And it's just like Wendy, so my mom's wife, and then all of them, and she's just like, does the "I don't know any of you, except I know that that's Nat's mom," and it's just like did the "ah."
That's
walks outside.
crazy. And all of them were looking at her like, "Bro, can you not read a room right now?"
It was just like, it was funny. I thought it was funny. I'm sure they thought it was funny too, but
Just in the moment.
it's just it's one of those wild things. But she's wherever now, or is a dragon or some whatever you believe in, Stardust, or in heaven.
I feel like that would be Jeff if you died.
Wendy keeps saying that she's a dragon. They really liked Game of Thrones and House of Dragons and stuff. I don't know. I think it's weird whenever you realize like you don't know really what you fully believe in, and so it's just like. So for the time being, I'm just saying she's Stardust. I think it's beautiful. I think there's something comforting about the fact that you are still there, and you will take the form of whatever matter comes next for you.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all carbon filtered
We're all
organisms.
matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we go and do the service on Thursday, and we're all wearing Vans because my mom loves Vans, just like me, which is where I got it from. And so I went and saw my family yesterday, and they were like, "Hey, we think it's a good idea if we all wear Vans to the service." And I was like, "Yeah, I love that idea."
You were like, perfect.
I was like, "Awesome." And then they were like, I was like, "Did you guys know that Vans has Crocs? Like their own type of Croc?" And they all lost their minds. They were all like, "What?" And my little cousin, this wonderful cousin, her name's Caitlin, and she has Down syndrome, and she's the sweetest girl, but she loves Crocs, and so she's sitting next to me, just like me, my aunt, and then her, and then my aunt looks at her, Caitlin, and goes, "Caitlin, we're gonna get you some Van Crocs for the funeral or for the service," and then Caitlin goes, "Yeah, yes." I'm like, oh man, pure joy.
It's just one of those makes your heart feels good.
Yeah, and then we told my grandpa, and he was like, "Oh, those sound nice." I was like, "Psycho."
You're like, why? Why would you do that?
Crocs dude, I don't think Crocs are comfortable.
At all?
I don't think they're comfortable.
No.
That might be based, but
Well, you also wear like 36-year-old Uncle Flip and Burger Flip slippers. So
what do you mean?
when you have your dogs out,
Oh, my flip-flops?
yeah,
I just wear those to like walk you guys out, or if I'm just going to grab something.
yeah. But the fact that you have them in general
you know who
says
got this
a lot.
for me? My dad.
That says even more.
He got them for me so I didn't steal his flip-flops when I didn't want to put shoes on.
Why don't you just wear slides?
I don't have slides. I'm not gonna buy some. I have flip-flops. If somebody bought me slides, I'd wear them.
If I buy you slides, I need you to
I'll throw them out.
Thank you.
We'll
That's
go out back
all I
and we'll
needed.
light them on fire.
Dude, if you guys saw these flip flops and this motherfucker's
Fuck, I'll
dogs
grab
in there, bro, like they're like your stereotypical fucking like. He looks like a Mormon when he wears them. You know what I mean?
Nah, I look cozy.
You look like a Mormon when you wear them. Look at this shit, bruv. What are we talking about, bro? They look like they got worn through fucking Jesus' third army.
These are the George memory foam flip-flops.
Those are the George Roman threes who
These
fought
are-
Alexander the Great.
These are my
in
Moses
1615. Okay,
These are my Moses 2s. They part the Red Sea.
I just put like 3 different
Alright.
eras in one because your
don't
sandals
hate
are
on 'em.
fucked up.
Don't hate on my Jesus 7s. All right,
Your Jesus.
all right. These let me walk on water.
Yeah, turn water into wine type shit.
No, I can't do that one. It only involves feet.
Got it. That's insane to me. I hope everyone flames you on those. Anywho,
Dude.
thanks for the clip. I really appreciate it.
Here's the thing, man. You say that, but it's like you think that most of the shoes that I own are high tops.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 pairs of Vans that are low tops,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both leather, so they also suck to get on.
Okay.
You're telling me you want me to either put on a pair of high tops, leather low tops,
Mm-hmm.
dress shoes, or boots. Those are my 4 options, Brendan.
How about you get some fucking slides?
I'm not buying slides.
Bro, they're like $15.
I'm not buying slides.
You
You
spend
want me to wear?
you
want me to wear
spend your
Goober
money-
Slides?
you spend your money on you could probably save like $15 to $30 from a stupid buy to just spend on
What's
some
a stupid
slippers.
buy?
I don't know, a game or something for a
We
game
don't
or
have these lights on.
no, we don't. We need to turn them
I
on.
got it. Keep talking.
I don't know, like something for a game or I don't know, bruv. Maybe save some fucking tip money. I don't know, bruv. Okay? Fuck.
Put all my money in this damn podcast.
Yeah.
You seen this stuff?
Same here.
Oh.
We're gonna get you some slides.
You want me to wear boof slides? You want me to wear $15 slides?
I'm gonna just get you some normal Nike slides, bro. They ain't gotta be some Gucci flip flops. He ain't fucking nobody's bitch.
Jeff's got Gucci. Those are his indoors.
Yeah, but
He got all terrainers and he got indoors.
Jeff's the type of guy to fuck somebody's bitch and then talk to him about it.
He's the type of guy to fuck somebody's bitch and then say, hey, when's your Uber coming?
Literally.
He's done that. Well, not somebody's bitch.
I was like, yo.
But
He literally told a girl, like, yo, when's your Uber coming?
yeah, they roll over and they go, so when's the lift coming?
Yo, that's crazy.
It was an understanding that she was leaving, though.
Yeah, but like you couldn't even like give it.
Well,
like,
she'd already ordered it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it was like
now I'm even more questionable how long it lasted.
she was here for a couple hours.
Oh,
Don't remind
okay. I thought you meant like ordered it, got it done. And I was like,
I
yeah.
mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they were like, all right, last go round. It's like whenever you're sitting at a restaurant or at a bar and they're like, all right, it's last call, and they're
and you're like, all
"Oh,
right,
let me
fuck
order
it."
the Uber real quick and give me my round.
All right, I feel it. That makes sense. Shout out to Hefe.
But anyway,
What a guy.
rounding it back, shout out to my mom.
Yeah, bro.
Love you.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Let's actually talk about what we're supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, hella. I feel like
Double standards.
yeah, I feel like we probably won't be on this very long, just because obviously we kind of been bullshitting for a little
Yeah, I
bit.
think that this type of episode is probably good where it's a little light for us.
Yeah.
Um, I also feel like this isn't a topic we have a metric shit ton to say that we haven't already said.
Yeah, it's kind of just like I kind of just wanted to talk about it only because, like I said, like I just been seeing mad clips of like these like quote unquote feminists of trying to like explain like
Yeah.
what shit that men do that piss them off, but then they go around and do some shit, and I'm like,
Yeah. So what are you wanting to talk about on this? Let's dial in.
just like basically random shit that like basically a man can say that a woman, if she said it, the world would freak out and otherwise and shit like that. Like
what? What do you?
I saw, I saw this clip of this podcast, and so they were talking about how like this dude was basically like telling this girl like, yo, like you shouldn't, like if I'm your man, I'm gonna tell you not to dress like a hoe when we go out. You
what
know
a
what
bad phrasing.
Well, so the response of this girl was like, wow, that's some little dick energy, right? And so this man looks at him and goes, damn. And he goes, well, let me ask you a question because of your comment. He goes, are we for body shame, or like are we for body positivity? All of them. Yeah, of course. Like why wouldn't it be yada yada this and that? And then they were like, okay, so then why are you able to basically say like small dick energy? Like what's wrong with guys who have small dicks? Like you're now shaming guys who have small penises based off of you thinking that like, they were like, no, it basically just means that like he's an asshole, yada yada this and that. And they're like, all right, but what if you meet a guy with a small dick? He's the nicest person that you've ever met in your life. And all of them shut the fuck up, and then they're just like, yeah, but I don't mean.
I think.
And then no, but listen, his response is, you guys would flip the fuck out if a girl was acting like a bitch, yada yada this and that, and then I go, damn, that's some loose pussy energy, and I lost it, bro.
What a turnaround!
I lost it because all of them are like, well, I don't think that's acceptable, like yada yada this and that. He goes, bro, you guys are saying the exact same shit.
Loose pussy energy is a wild saying.
Just saying that shit, bro, I think is so funny, bro.
I would love.
You know how mad a woman would be if I was like, yo, you got loose pussy energy.
I think that I just love to hear somebody who is so serious about using that as like an insult.
I promise you, I'm using it now.
Dude, no.
Yes. Absolutely. If I hear somebody
You
say
got LP?
Yeah, bro, you got LP energy, they're gonna be like, what's that? Loose pussy, bitch. Oh, that shit would be so funny. Because like, I mean, he kinda made a point. I'm not gonna lie to you,
But
bro.
also like, I don't know, man.
He kinda made a point.
I think that it's hard for me because BDE and SPE have been turned to like, or SDE, whatever.
Yeah, but like,
it
why
have
can't
been, or like such a universal like, oh, that's you're being a shitbag.
Yeah, but like it was just because obviously people like to pick and choose what they want to be mad about. So this man was like, all right, I'm going to pick every little thing that I can be mad about and flip it around basically. And rather than just not be sensitive and take it how it's supposed to be conceived, you know what I mean? But when people like to pick and choose on what they want to be mad about, and then it's based off like
It's called cherry picking.
Yeah, and so then when it's flipped on them, and then they're at the barrel of the fucking gun, they don't like that shit.
I think I just don't like cherry picking in general.
Yeah, but obviously that's a double standard that a lot of people essentially like. Again, when it's like basically like if a woman is to like go off and yada yada boom 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 this right and just go off, right, people are gonna be like, yeah, but if a man were to be like, yo, to be like, yo, he's way too aggressive, like, yo, he need to chill the fuck out, you know what I mean?
I do want us to say like real quick as a disgrace, like we love women.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bag on nobody. I'm just like, my thing is like, be fair, bro. Like, and that's what men too is like, because obviously we called a homegirl Taryn who was previously on the podcast,
Episode 9,
I believe so.
Oh, look at me,
One of the early ones, yeah.
full of knowledge and cum. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, that was crazy.
I'm in so much pain.
Oh,
you
man.
know what makes it worse? My family was all talking to me about like, oh, we're gonna start listening to podcasts again. My grandma's like, and my aunt, who's like really cool, very like not really super involved in the church, she was also like, "Oh, like I loved it. I listened to your newest episode, like, and I thought it was great, and like it was so sweet." It was episode 11.
Oh.
But I was just like, my grandma looks at me and she goes like, "I'm gonna start listening." I told her, "Don't listen to episode 14, which is the religion one." I said, "You can listen to everything else, just not episode 14." I was like, "I don't think that you'll want to hear how angry I get."
Yeah. No, I feel that. It's always.
But I was like, "Just listen to the newest one." And then I'm like, man, if they start listening to it and I just said that, but I think I've said worse things on this.
I'm a well of knowledge and cum.
Yeah, I'm just so full. Anyway.
Oh man. But yeah, there's just a lot of bullshit out there.
I want to talk about this clip that I saw.
Go
that
ahead.
I got reminded.
Spit
of.
it. Spit it.
This clip is this is another podcast, and it's this guy, and they're talking about going to the club.
Everybody in the club get tipsy. Everybody in the club get
tipsy. Anyway, so and it's talking about how it's different when a guy and a girl go to a club, and how they were talking about how women don't get whenever guys are like, I don't trust my girl to go to the club.
Absolutely.
Alone, or with all of her girls.
100. I think I've already seen this clip, and I know.
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinion on this because.
Then, well, I'm gonna explain it still.
Yeah.
And then the guy or the girl, the guys go, okay. Hear me out. Listen, because let's say your guy goes to the club, right? He's dressed up all nice.
Yeah, it was this exact same podcast that I talked about.
And then he goes to the club, and when he goes to the club, it is girls who are in pursuit of him and are at the club with the intent to pursue and sleep with him and possibly steal him away.
Yeah,
and they are buying drinks for him.
They're
actively influencing him with alcohol and putting him in a situation that is compromisable
and potentially look better.
Yes,
than
and potentially look better than you.
Yeah.
Is that something that you are comfortable
All
with?
of them?
No.
All of them were like, absolutely not.
And I was like, and this isn't really a problem that I have necessarily, but I know that it's a problem that exists. And it instantly like something unlocked from my brain hole, and I was like, oh, it makes sense. Like that makes sense why why it's such a weird thing, because then I ended up talking with my significant other about it, and she was like, I guess I see both sides, but I still don't think that it's necessarily fair for a guy to like be like, I don't really want you to go. It's like, I think that there needs to be an understanding of like, dude,
I think my thing is like,
guys just don't get approached the same way girls do, and that's not always a bad thing.
Yeah, and obviously because girls aren't as forward, and the girls who are forward know exactly what they want, and they know exactly what they're going for, and those are the girls who end up usually getting what they want. But the thing about like approaching a man, or like men getting women in general, again, that's probably that it was the same podcast that I told you about. So all these girls are like, they're talking to another group of guys on this podcast, and they're like, you guys are always saying that like we're ran through because we're OnlyFans models, or like we're like blah 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 this and that, and you guys are just doing the same amount, and you're basically like just as ran through. And then this guy looks the girl in the face and goes, I
don't necessarily agree with this.
This guy looks her in the face and goes, yeah, but I'm the one doing the running through. He goes, it's different. I thought that shit was so funny. And it's like, it's funny to see both extreme sides to it. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. And maybe it's played up for content or whatever, but it's like, man, it really is both extremes. Because like I dance around a lot of things of where I feel both sides, and there's definitely a way that I lean. But I think that there's a lot of like, there's not really a good solution or answer to this problem.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing is like, right, so if you have a man, right, and this man has a good group of friends, and when I say good group of friends, I mean like faithful men, dudes who don't like really influence like cheating or making stupid ass decisions, like a real solid friend group. Like my friend Jaxon here, he would never tell me, hey, go fuck this other bitch, right? He would never tell me that, right? I understand if you're worried about your guy going out with his boys and they're all some whores, right? I understand that. But you also have to understand when a girl goes out with girlfriends who also have hoe mentalities, they are very well influenced, because, it could just be like, oh, it's just dancing and then just dancing leads to one thing, and yada yada. And it's the same thing for guys. You know what I mean?
Kai Verde's song.
Yeah, and like it's the same thing for guys. Like a guy like might just dance with a girl, and then she throwing that thing back, and he like, yo, I kind of want to see what this thing look like. You know what I mean? But it's the same thing with a girl. Like on both ends. Like I feel like a girl.
I know the answer to this question, but for the podcast sake, have you ever been to a club?
Yes,
I've been to one.
I've been to only like 3 or 4.
Do you like clubbing?
No, that shit is ass.
I think
unless I'm going with a group who like.
Here's the thing. This is what I don't get about clubbing. The drinks are expensive
As hell,
and usually taste like shit because the bartender can't make like good cocktails.
yeah, and they're just rushing.
Yeah, so they taste like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they're also super sugary, so you're gonna get a hangover or get sick.
For sure.
The music's usually either like whack or it'll eventually land on something you really just don't care for.
Yeah.
And there's too many damn people.
Mm-hmm. Especially,
and it's hot as fuck.
Especially where we live at. Yeah.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Why the fuck you want to go to a club?
Listen, bro. If you're in Scottsdale, right, and you don't have money, you should not be in one of them clubs, right? Because at the end of the day, like, they're overpriced. The dive bars in like Phoenix are pretty cool. They're cool places to just kind of like chill out at. There are some places.
Dive bars are different than clubs, though.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that makes sense. That's true. Like the real like yeah. I can't really fuck with those, bruv. I can't really do it unless you, like I said, like I went to the club Omni in Vegas for my birthday when you were there.
Yeah.
And then like the day after,
but
obviously.
Then I wasn't there.
Yeah, but then you weren't there.
I saved the extra day though.
Yeah, that was lit. That shit was fire. Lost money, but it was all right.
I lost so much money.
We lost so much money. Oh, I was like, I'm never coming back to Vegas. Oh man. Speaking of, I think I'm going to Vegas for TwitchCon.
Yeah, we already talked about this.
Yeah, we did talk about it. It's gonna be fucking.
I already have carved out the days.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna go? Really?
I just gotta find out how much it costs.
I think right now it's like $300 for a ticket, but
that's fine. I can do that.
But you finding housing out there is gonna be fucking buco.
Yeah, I'll worry about that later.
Man, but anywho, back to this whole double standard shit.
Yeah, this has been a wild episode.
Yeah, we're kind of a little bit all over the place, but I just think that there's a lot of.
Speaking of people not being faithful, let's talk about cheating and homie hopping, because that was something Taryn said she wanted us to talk about.
Yeah, all right. So because
what is homie hopping?
This one I do agree with because obviously like.
What is homie hopping?
So homie hopping is when you fucking with one person, you basically like after you done fucking with them, or like you do something with their best friend or like one of their homies. Obviously, homie hopping, you hop onto another homie. You know what I mean?
You don't attack just one card on the field, but you attack all the cards on the field.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You hitting licks on everybody. But that's usually when they say it for the gang. I guess it's more like the reason why Taryn wanted to bring it up is because when a guy does it and like, oh, like he fucked her best friend, like yada yada, it's like, oh, like he's a dog, but like people usually dap him up for it. But then with a girl,
do they?
Depending on the guy group, but 9 times out of 10 when they're slight like that, like that's usually the reaction from like the people that are around. You gotta realize like mentality wise, guys like that surround themselves with other guys like that. You know what I mean? That's just what we do.
I feel like I have the disadvantage in this conversation of the fact that I haven't been around
some dogs. Some fucking oh,
yeah,
in the street. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. You know what I mean? And it's it's a fucking time to be alive. It's actually insane to me. Like because I've seen like when a girl has like just power at her fingertips, right? Literally able to control any man who she pleases. Like I've watched it happen, especially with Taryn. Like Taryn like knows how to break down somebody. You know what I mean? Like to a T. But when a guy has the power to just like whoever he wants, bro, and they're like, all right, bet. Like when that shit blows my mind. I think the first time I saw it, I was like, yeah, like that shit is real. Like that shit is like the quantum physics.
So what do you think is the
quantum physics is crazy.
What do you think
my man had a full PhD degree in quantum physics.
Problem or or the like? What's the double standard that lies here?
The double standards is that, I mean, it kind of goes with like hand in hand with like guys can be hoes but girls can't. My thing is like,
Other way around. Girls can be hoes, but guys can't.
no, that was the thing. Like, guys can go fuck around and do whatever with as many girls as they want. They usually get dapped up for it, and they're like, yo, you're the man, right? But then when a girl does it, she's a hoe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You said it the other way around.
No, I said when guys can be a hoe, but girls can't. Or, yeah, I said, got me. Play the clip. But, I mean, there's so much that goes back and forth with it, because, like, I don't know. These days, in today's generation, bro, you can go be a hoe and get paid for it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to be a hoe, like, go be a hoe and get money for it. Like, my thing is why be a hoe for free when there's a lot of money to be made out there being a hoe?
Does the harlot not be financially liquid?
I have no idea what you just said. I hate you. Regardless, yeah, bro, just fucking go pop off. Go make some fucking content with people, bro. Like, and then they're like, oh, like, I don't want my body thrown out there, yada, yada.
You want to hear
Bitch, they're doing it for free. What do you mean?
You want a crazy story? Okay, so you know how I have that bit where I tell people I have an OnlyFans?
Mm-hmm.
So I have this, I think it's a funny joke because I like to fuck with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I told one person that I worked with that I had this OnlyFans. And I was like, yeah, no, I just do it. And then, like, most people question me.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, like, they don't think that I do it. So we just run the game.
Yeah.
And it's like normally back and forth until I cave and I can't think of another good, like, way to keep this bit going.
Yeah.
Or they ask for the name and I can't provide. So I'm like, you got me. Like, it was a funny
You
time.
got me.
This person did not do that. This person just stone cold, like, nice. Yeah. I'm with that.
Believe
right?
it?
Yeah. A month goes by. And every now and then they'd ask about it, ask how much money I'd make.
Yo,
stuff.
if you tell me that someone asked to make content with you, oh my God.
She comes up to me and she goes, hey, you still doing the thing? Your little side hustle? And I was like, and I sit there for a second, because for me, that's this. This is my side. Like, this and streaming is my side hustle. That's like my content
So you're
stuff.
like,
And then
yeah?
like woodwork here and there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, you're still doing your
I'm
content
so
side
curious
hustle.
who
And I
it is
was
now.
like, yeah. And in my mind, I'm like trying to race through this conversation. Like, when did I talk to them about this? And then they were like, do you think that we could team up? You just put like a bag on me or something. And then I was like, oh, like I caught it. Like, snap. Like, I was there. I was like, oh. I was like, I'm in. I know the conversation that's going on.
Do they know that you have a significant other?
I don't know at the time. This was a while back.
I'm so curious. I feel like I know who it would be.
And so I was just like, wait. And so I was like, I just was like stunned. And then they like walked away basically. Like, and that was the conversation. I just was like, the fuck is
what a
going on in my
compliment,
life?
though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, bro, I'm so curious, bro. Hold on, mute both mics.
No, we're not doing this right now.
Nah, you gotta tell me.
You don't know who they are.
Swear.
Yeah, you never met them.
Oh, was that old job?
You never met them. For sure.
Oh, okay. Then I'm cool with it.
I
just thought it was somebody I knew. I was like,
isn't
yo,
that
that's
weird?
fucking nuts.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Jaxon's a stud, bro. This man, what a guy.
Not even.
What a guy, bro.
You're beautiful. Love you, man.
Love you too, bro. I'm glad somebody does, you know?
You're beautiful.
You gonna cuddle me too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful man.
I don't know. But basically, long story short, bro.
Double standards are stupid.
Yeah, I think the whole part of like, if you're gonna be mad about one thing, you gotta be mad about the whole pie, bro. Don't fucking pick one slice out and be like, I'm gonna be mad about this.
Yeah, don't be a fucking hypocrite.
Like, bro, if you're gonna be pissed about everything. That's like when people like, oh, that was gonna be a tough one to say. that was gonna be a whole different can. Like, oh yeah, nah. Woo! That was almost a bad one. Let's come up.
All right.
Because I'm on a roll right now in my head. All bad.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what your come up is. My note that I left doesn't help.
What does it say?
Doubled up.
Oh, yeah, my jobs.
Oh, I'm glad he knew.
Yeah, so basically, I'm working 2 jobs right now to make a little extra money. And I thought it was going to be ass, but low-key, it's kind of fire. I wouldn't say fire, but it's not as bad as I thought it'd be.
You also set it up to where you're scheduling a little in your favor.
Yeah, because I definitely have, like, a couple gap, like, days in between where I can, like, take a breather. And I'm usually working, like, weekends mostly. So it kind of works out. But yeah, need to hurry up and make more money.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, this shit is ass, but fuck it. You know, we ball, I guess. Have you heard all this bullshit about kick?
What about kick?
The whole 90-10 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we talk about this?
It's a 90-10 split. Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
That shit fucking blows my mind, dude. That people are trying to really switch over and think that this shit's gonna work.
Gambling money.
Yeah.
It's like blood money.
Basically.
Yeah. Crazy shit. We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. How long you give it?
Kick? Dude, it's hard to say. Here's why it's hard to say. Because they do have like 2 or 3 big streamers on there.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it's run with blood money makes it very easy to be like, this is viable for them to probably keep it up for a while.
Like, they have enough money to really fund it for a while and kind of like...
Yeah, because it's all blood money.
Yeah.
Everybody's losing so much money.
Well, yeah, and that's why somebody explained, like, why Kick is doing a 90-10 split, because Stake, an owner of Stake, has ownership of Kick. And so they basically said, like, with all the money that people are going to lose gambling, that makes us...
Yeah.
It gives us the ability to do the 90-10.
I think that it might implode, though. If I have to be honest, mentally, like, my brain is, like, working out the problems that it has. And I think that there's so much of a stigma that it has already, along with a lot of the bad PR that it's got. And, you know, some people say no PR is bad PR, or, like...
all PR is good PR?
Yeah. You know... But also at a point, like, when is your press also starting to cause a self-inflation? You know,
yeah,
like
because at what point people are just going to be like, all right, bro, fuck this.
Like, I think that it might end up imploding. You know, you have one of your main content creators on there now who's, like, diehard Andrew Tate, and, like, is kind of doing some shitty stuff to the point where his family ditched him.
Yeah, bro, that man...
Aiden Ross.
He put up a fucking clip of him talking to, like, this, like, heavier set girl, and just absolutely just digging into her, bro.
Yeah, and, like, that's my thing, is he keeps doing shit that's, like...
Yeah.
And then also you have people who are just, like, live watching porn and, like, harassing people and, like, doing all types of really not kosher shit. Not copacetic stuff, that I think that it's going to have a problem where if it doesn't self-implode, then it's going to self-restrict itself really hard to where it, like, has age barriers on almost all of its content, or website wide, which, you know, is a whole another thing.
Yeah, that shit's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But what do you want to come up on, bud?
A couple days, RE4 remake comes out. Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh?
And it looks beautiful.
No.
I'm so excited. I'm going to stream it. I'm going to have fun. I'm not 100%ing it. Fuck that. It's not even like it would be a hard game to 100%. It's just that there's, like, challenges and stuff that I really just don't want to fucking do. And it's one of those games where it's like, I want to play it, I want to have fun with it, and I want to be done with it.
I feel it.
And if I really want 100%, I can come back.
Yeah, I get you.
But I am really excited for that. I got some games in the chamber, but I'm really excited because it is probably the first Resident Evil game that I really, like, actually latched onto and was like, yeah. And I think it's coming out. Ironically, it's coming out at, like, a really perfect time for me, like, emotionally, because Resident Evil is one of those series, because the movies also exist, and the movies are awful, but in, like, the best way. They're so fun to watch. And I watched them with my mom, and that was, like, a thing that we bonded over, was the Resident Evil movies. And so it's, like, perfect for me of it's like this game that got me really into horror. Because I'd say that if I had to pick the one thing that like kickstarted me being into horror, it would probably be Resident Evil.
Swear.
And so it's like this thing that my mom loved, which is horror. Like, it was her very big thing. Like, horror movies are her shit. I was born and she was watching a horror movie. And that, you know, her going now is like, it goes on. Like, it's full circle for me. And, you know, it's one of those things where, like, the universe or whatever is, like, it's so coincidental and it just works out so perfectly to where you're like, it feels good. And it's like, you know. So it works out really well. I'm really excited. And I forgot that it was happening. And then I saw a trailer come out, or a trailer came up on my feed for it. And I was like, oh, shit, that comes out soon. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh, it comes out in like 3 days. And so I bought it. And I was like, oh.
That's lit.
Yeah, so I'm really excited.
That is kind of spooky, though.
Yeah.
Spooky.
And it's good. It's fun. It's corny as fuck.
I mean, all Resident Evils are.
Yeah, but this is where it like really kicks off the corniness of like, man, Leon says such dumb fucking lines. But if you want to see that, go see me live, or I'll post the VODs or whatever, or I'll post the episodes on YouTube too, so you can also watch it there.
Word.
Speaking of that, Brendan, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. Excuse me. At KillerB420.
And if you want to find me and watch me play Resident Evil, you can find me at RQ on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube.
Because fuck Instagram.
And if you want to find, yeah, true. And if you want to find both of us, you can find us.
You can find us on Instagram at Coming Up for Aircast. On Twitter at Up for Aircast. And TikTok at Coming Up for Aircast.
Up for Aircast podcast.
Coming Up for Aircast podcast.
Yep. Anyway.
Later, bro.
Like,
be a good human being.
rate,
Don't be sensitive and fucking be mad about everything, not just one thing.
See you
bitch.
next Wednesday.